Welcome to Deal Day. I'm Dr. Janine, your formulator of the Vitatree products. We're going to have some fun. We are going shopping today. We have some fantastic deals available. And Deal Day, remember, is just for 24 hours on some of our favorite items here at Vitatree. So welcome on in. Please let me know where you're from, where you're watching from today. I'm so happy to have you here. And let's talk about our main item, our main feature of the day on Deal Day, of course, is our vitamin D3. I'm going to get into a full presentation talking about why we need that vitamin D3, what your body could be telling you in terms of deficiency symptoms with a vitamin D3 deficiency. Of course, the sun has gone away for a lot of us, and we simply can't make that active vitamin D from that natural sunlight exposure. And then we can start to have and experience a lot of symptoms of being low in that vitamin D3. So we're going to go and look at some of those, but let's take a look at our Deal Day offers for today. Really quickly, I want to show you the value that you're getting. So saving up to 35% for Deal Day only. Remember, this is only for the next 24 hours on our vitamin D3, as low as a 2-bottle offer, as low as $41.98 US. So this is like a crazy, incredible pricing. What a great time of year to stock up on your D3. But let's take a look at some of the symptoms of being low in that D3. So with the vitamin D3 deficiency, it's very common that we have symptoms, and your body could be talking to you and telling you that that vitamin D3 is deficient. Okay, so when we talk about dental health, so making sure that we have that vitamin D3, of course, this is going to help to control the proper calcium metabolism for that strong bone density, but also for our dental health. That could be periodontitis as well as gingivitis. So even your gums could be affected, and some inflammation happening in the mouth could be related to that D3 deficiency. Asthma and chronic lung issues because of being low in that vitamin D. Remember, we do have vitamin D receptors in our actual lung tissue. So chronic lung issues, or if you have a cold or a flu and you can't get over it very well, you've got that chronic cough, that tickle in the throat, that cough that keeps you up at nighttime, which is so aggravating. It's so important that you're optimizing your vitamin D levels. As well as diabetes, so regulating our blood glucose levels. We need to optimize our vitamin D levels, as well as, of course, bone density. Fatigue is the big one. Of course, we think, oh, it's dark, it's winter, it's, and that's why I'm so low energy. Yeah, that could be part of it. Higher melatonin definitely in the wintertime. However, where's your vitamin D status at? That can be really a factor in terms of your energy levels, even your moods, depression. You've heard about seasonal affective disorder. Really, really important. High blood pressure, coronary artery disease. So keeping our cardiovascular system strong and healthy, we need that vitamin D, as well as muscle aches, weakness, back pain. So if you're prone to back pain, especially as that sun has disappeared, it could be your vitamin D deficiency. We have vitamin D receptors in all of our muscles as well, and that is why it is one of the main symptoms, again, of being low in that vitamin D. Metabolism is very much affected by your vitamin D status as well, so this becomes really important. Now, what makes the Vitatree and my formulation so different for your vitamin D is that these are soft, chewable little gel caps. They taste like little lemon candies, and they are absolutely delicious. So this is actually a soft, gushy gel cap. It's not like a hard capsule, so it is chewable. So it's fantastic for the children to take. Absolutely delicious, naturally sweetened with monk fruit, so you don't have to worry about sugar or spiking your blood glucose levels here. So good. Each bottle has 90 capsules, so you're getting a great value here, and each capsule is standardized to 1,000 international units of your vitamin D3, which is the best absorbed form of vitamin D. Now, when we look at our offer just for today, remember, this is only for the next 24 hours on our live shopping event. This is a fantastic offer. So a one-time purchase of your 2 bottles at $41.98, but on subscription, okay, look at this pricing, $37.78 US. All right, that is on subscription. Of course, it's going to come to you at just the right time. And you can cancel at any time, so you're not locked in here in any way. Just the price we guarantee for the next year, which is amazing. Now, if you wanted to do the one time, we can also split up your payments. So you have interest-free payments if you want to sort of spread this out, make it a little bit more affordable at this holiday time. What a great way to do that as well. And again, that is, you're saving over $14 on the one-time shipment. So I hope you're taking advantage of this. Like I said, only while we have quantity existing and left, and also just for the next next 24 hours. But that vitamin D status becomes so important. Like I said, there's so many vitamin D receptors in the body, and most of our cells have vitamin D receptors. So when we start to lack that energy, we get those muscle aches and pains. Our bone density scan, maybe if you've had that checked, is not optimized. This becomes really important. As well as when we look at, making sure that with, periodontal disease and issues in the mouth, even your, the health of your teeth and your gums, and having strong bones and teeth, definitely related to that vitamin D status. Okay, so I want to show you really quickly that UVB exposure, which now a lot of us do not have in the wintertime. That's how we have our preformed vitamin D3. Then we need to have good liver and kidney health in order for that proper metabolism and activation of our active vitamin D. And for a lot of people who have compromised liver function, maybe kidney issues, maybe this is one of the reasons that's contributing to your low vitamin D status and why you're not feeling so great. So optimizing these levels becomes really important. We do have some great testimonials from our customers for specifically the Vitatree vitamin D3. So high absorption, it is in a fat-soluble delivery system. So in the MCT oils and this is from coconuts, and that's going to help with that proper absorption, because remember, vitamin D3 is something that is fat soluble. So if we look at our testimonials really quickly, I use D3. This is from Jay. I use D3 in combination with magnesium, and I've found my health is maintained in a positive way. The twitching of my calf muscles have reduced. Okay, amazing. Thank you, Jay. Sylvia said, I love the taste of these. They're small and easy to swallow as well. Yes, you can swallow them if you don't need to chew them. And Maria said, these work so well. Had a vitamin D level of 41. 3 months after starting these, it's up to 137. Okay, that is amazing. That is in the optimal range. Over 100 is what we're aiming for our vitamin D status, and that's our Canadian numbers. Okay, it's a little bit different in the US. So thanks for tuning in today. It's so great to have you here. I'm Dr. Janine, the formulator of all the Vitatree products, and we're having a special event today. Today is our Deal Day live shopping. This doesn't happen. It only happens once a month here online. So thanks for tuning in today. It's so great to have you all here. All right, let's continue on now. We're talking about our immune support and why it's so important, especially this time of year, of course, to support our immune system. And it's one of those things that if we haven't sort of paid attention to our immunity, then you could be getting sick more often. You could become more vulnerable to the colds and flus and the viruses and things that are out there. And I find that oftentimes it is, when the temperatures are changing, that we just become more vulnerable. It's not that there are more viruses and things out there. We just become more vulnerable. Now, what makes the immune support so special in terms of formulation is that these are all whole food ingredients, herbal medicines that specifically target the immune system and in different ways. So it's a deep immune acting herbal medicines as well as more superficial for acute infections and things, that this kind of works like a natural antibiotic. Okay, so we have the astragalus membranaceus, which is something that is amazing in terms of a deeper immune herbal medicine, and this prevents upper respiratory tract infections and has known antiviral properties as well. Echinacea is a very powerful natural antibiotic, and we use the root of the echinacea plant. You may have this. I actually have this in my garden. I love the echinacea. It is amazing for stimulating immunity, but has that natural antibiotic effect. Okay, the Althea, this is the marshmallow herb. So not the candy marshmallow, but the herbal medicine marshmallow is known as a demulcent. And what that means is that it helps to coat and soothe those irritated nasal passages, mucous membranes, as well as a sore throat. So what I want you to do is to actually open up the capsules. If you do have a sore throat, you can open this up into a little bit of honey on a spoon and then just drink that down. And this is going to be amazing. So all of our Vitatree capsules, they're very easily opened. If you can't swallow capsules, they are vegetarian capsules, but if you don't like to or you can't swallow capsules easily, you're just going to open up the contents of the capsules into whatever you like. You can open this into tea, into juice, into that honey. Great for that sore throat, right on contact, and has that antibiotic effect, which is amazing as well, killing all those, bad organisms that are there. Now, the Panax quinquefolius, this is a specific type of ginseng that is great for tonifying the immune system and helps to get you over that cold or flu so much more quickly. So that's something that you want to look for, of course, and you'll see that in and experience that in our immune support, which is so amazing. Now, again, true to the Vitatree brand, we don't use the fillers and flow agents. I really want to make this distinction. If you're new and tuning in for the first time, welcome on. And I'm Dr. Janine, the formulator of the products. Magnesium stearate is a flow agent that's commonly used in most vitamins. It's never been tested. It's a chemical. It's never been tested to be safe for long-term human consumption. Microcrystalline cellulose, another filler that's commonly used in vitamins and supplements just to fill up the capsules or to make the hard tablets. Titanium dioxide, another one commonly found in your supplements, has now been banned in Europe, but still allowed here, at least in North America. So just being aware of this. Of course, we don't use any of these fillers or flow agents at Vitatree, and that's one of the big reasons why all of my formulas work, and they work so well and so quickly, is because they don't have any of those added ingredients. All right, so when we look really quickly, in terms of, again, the formulation, no magnesium stearate, no synthetic ingredients, no fillers or flow agents, of course, true to all of my formulas and the Vitatree brand. All right, now people are really finding the benefits of using the immune support. I want to share with you really quickly some great testimonials that we have on the immune support. This is from Joyce. Joyce says, love immune support. At the first sign of not feeling well, I take 2 capsules and start to feel better immediately. Love Vitatree. Okay, so that's from Joyce. Thank you so much. And this is from Julia. Okay, Julia has a great long testimonial. I love this. Okay, I got bronchitis and pneumonia for the last 15 years. The doctor prescribes antibiotics, and it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get better. So in the meantime, I ordered some vitamins after watching Dr. Janine. It all made sense to me what she was saying, and what convinced me was that there was no fillers. So yes, very different from other supplements that are out there. Well, I had to try them. So right away, by the 3rd day, okay, after 3 days, I was feeling so much better. The symptoms were almost gone. When normally it would take 3 weeks, went on antibiotics to feel much better. I keep immune support in stock at all times, especially in the winter months. Thank you so much, Dr. Janine. Well, thank you, Julia, for sharing that testimonial. Amazing news. I'm so glad that you're feeling better, and of course that the immune support works so well for you. So thank you for sharing all of your testimonials. If you do experience these great results from, of course, any of the Vitatree products, please share the good news, because other people need to hear. It's one thing for me to talk about my formulas and why I'm so passionate about them, but at the same time, to hear your testimonials is so amazing, and I absolutely love it. Okay, we're going to look at something that's very exciting. We're going to take a look at this really quickly, and I'll come right back. What if the real path to healing was buried on purpose? Before we had prescriptions and quick fixes, we healed with the sun, with the earth, with grounding, with natural detox, and really watching what we put into our bodies. Well, these are some of the reasons why I wrote my latest book, The Lost Medicine. It's all about rediscovering Mother Nature's prescription for us. She is our best doctor. You can learn more in my latest book. Please check it out. There we have it. So if you don't yet have a copy of my latest book, The Lost Medicine, please check it out. It's called Rediscovering Mother Nature's Prescription, and it's all about reconnecting with our environment in a healthy way so that we can get back to living a healthy life. And there's so many missing links for a lot of people. Yes, you know, you're doing the diet, the exercise, you're doing your best with your supplementation even, but there's so many missing links, and maybe you're still not feeling great. You've got to read the book. This is going to help for you to reconnect with Mother Nature so that you can be and live your best and healthiest life. All right, so check it out. And it's already a national bestseller, so I'm very, very happy and proud of the fact that you're loving it. And yeah, it's a great time this time of year, gift giving season, to give the gift of health and give the book. And for that matter, even the supplements are a great gift to someone, stocking stuffers, for someone who, you know, absolutely needs the help to sort of boost things up in terms of immunity. We're moving on to the zinc plus quercetin next. So important in terms of optimizing, again, our very important minerals. So zinc and copper, these are potent antiviral minerals that often we're very deficient in. And here's one of the things with zinc is that typically if you're taking zinc as a supplement, it's not well absorbed. And if you've ever tried zinc before and you haven't felt well, you know, it upset your stomach, And that's very common because zinc typically in the type that is taken is not well absorbed. And it needs a channel. It needs something called an ionophore. And an ionophore is that channel that opens up for that proper zinc absorption. And that's why in my formulation, I did a lot of research on this one. That's why I included the quercetin. So the quercetin is that zinc ionophore, opens up that channel for that proper absorption of that zinc. As well as, so we have the zinc bisglycinate, so bound to glycine, which is an amino acid, which is really important for proper absorption of nutrients. But we tend to be a little bit deficient in glycine because of modern farming and the use of certain herbicides and things, so that can chelate or trap glycine in our food. So the zinc bisglycinate is an ideal form to get in that properly absorbed zinc. The copper as well is in a bisglycinate form, and we need to have the right ratio of our zinc to copper. They both work hand in hand, but you don't want to spike too much of one or the other. So you've got just the right ratio, 12-to-1 ratio in my formulation, plus the quercetin, as I said, which opens up that channel for that proper absorption of the zinc, and the shiitake mushrooms. Now, the reason that I included this is that what this does is it modulates the immune system. So yes, the immune system will be activated to fight things off and have that antiviral effect, but the shiitake is really unique because what it does is it helps to modulate the immune system from becoming overzealous, okay? So there's something called inflammatory cytokines, which can cause a lot of inflammation in the lungs, cardiovascular issues as well. So that's why I included the shiitake mushrooms to help to quell something called that cytokine storm, which is something that we saw a few years back when everybody was sick and scared and all these things. And that's when I actually formulated the zinc plus quercetin to help with not only keeping your immune system ramped up and strong and having that antiviral effect, but also to decrease, and that's what they found with the quercetin, it decreased the stickiness of certain cells on receptors, and that really helped to keep the immune system strong. Again, without any magnesium stearate, so none of, the fillers or flow agents, no synthetic ingredients, and of course the fillers and flow agents, which if you're just tuning in right now, some of the ones that are commonly found in vitamins and minerals, of course, you won't find it in any of the Vitatree supplements: titanium dioxide, microcrystalline cellulose, magnesium stearate, which is that flow agent. It's not magnesium. A lot of people see this on the label and it's like, oh, I've got extra magnesium in here. No, it's a chemical. And if you look up the material data safety sheet, they haven't even done the testing on things like mutagenicity and how toxic this potentially is. They haven't done the testing. So they don't know. The answer is they don't know how this is affecting us as a chemical when we're ingesting it. And some people take not 1, 2, 3 supplements. You take multiples of supplements. They all contain magnesium stearate, these chemicals. The question is, how safe is that really, right? So you have to educate yourself. That's why you're here and you're learning from me today. And when I learned this, in the vitamin industry, imagine I'm a naturopath and I'm prescribing these expensive, sometimes high-end, only professional brand supplements, and they had all of these extra ingredients in there. And I was like, and I started to do the research on them, like, no, this is not good. This cannot be good. And so that's why I formulated my own products, and that's how it started with Vitatree. And now you have the ability to be in on the Vitatree family, and I welcome you on in if you're watching for the first time. And hopefully you're learning something as well, which I love to do. I love to educate you. If you've seen me on social media, I love to educate. But this becomes really important, the zinc plus quercetin, in terms of being able to not only help having that antiviral effect with, of course, our zinc is antiviral, copper is a powerful antiviral as well. The shiitake mushrooms really do help to protect those lung cells and decreases that cytokine storm, as the research shows. And when we look at some of the symptoms of being low in zinc, these are telling, okay, based on, some things that we have been challenged with our immune system. So the big one that I'm thinking about is loss of taste and smell. Okay, related to that zinc deficiency. So isn't that interesting? So something as simple as starting to take just 1 capsule a day is your standard dosage on this. You'll see the capsules are a really bright yellow color that is naturally occurring from the quercetin, because remember, these are whole food ingredients that go into all the Vitatree products. So very different from conventional supplements that are out there without the fillers, without the flow agents. But that loss of taste and smell, so commonly associated with that zinc deficiency. Tiredness, lack of energy, lack of concentration for a lot of people related to zinc deficiency. Decreased libido. So this is for both men and women. Zinc, super important, as well as enlarged prostate for the guys and infertility issues. So making sure you're optimizing your zinc levels becomes very, very important. Thinning hair and hair loss, weakened immune system, as well as increased blood glucose levels, so your blood sugar can go up when you don't have adequate zinc. White spots, if you get those little white spots on your nails, most times that's a zinc deficiency, as well as brittle nails. And dry and aging skin, acne, even eczema can be related to a zinc deficiency. So it's very healing to the skin. It is a beauty supplement as well. So making sure that we're optimizing immunity, having some beauty effects at the same time is not a bad thing, right? Which is amazing. We have some great testimonials as well on the zinc. And I want to share this from Christopher. I love this one. Okay, so Christopher said, oh, it disappeared. Christopher said, there we go. I have been using Vitatree Zinc for 8 months. I haven't even had a sniffle during that time. It has become part of my daily supplement ritual. Thanks for making a great product. I recommend this product to all my health coaching clients. Okay, I'm loving that you're prescribing this and sharing the good news, Christopher. Thank you for sharing that testimonial. All right, this is from Kim. Best zinc supplement I've ever taken. Easy on the tummy. Unlike other brands I've tried. Love that it also contains quercetin and copper. Well, thank you so much, Kim. Amazing. I know it's very gentle. Our zinc plus quercetin, super gentle, super well absorbed as well, which is sometimes, a big problem when you're taking supplements. You want to ensure that they're properly absorbed. And remember, because we're not using some of these flow agents like the magnesium stearate, which remember is a chemical, this also goes on top and coats other supplements. So that's going to compromise the proper absorption of those nutrients. All right. So thanks for tuning in today. I'm Dr. Janine. It's so great to have you here on our live shopping event. We have amazing deals. So just remember, it is Deal Day. We'll circle back to this, but Deal Day offers on our vitamin D3. This is our best value of the day today. And a great offer at $41.98, as low as this price on subscription for our, actually, no, it's less. I'm sorry. It is $37.78 if you go with subscription, which is amazing. It's going to ship to you just in time. You don't have to think about that, and you can cancel at any time. And you get free shipping as well. I should have mentioned that before. Free shipping if you go on subscription. So great opportunity. Remember, there's soft, chewable gel caps. Amazing. Standardized to 1,000 international units of your vitamin D3 in every capsule. You're going to love it. If you've not yet tried our D3, I'm telling you, it is amazing. All right. So we also have our magnesium is coming up. It's our super sale item. So that is coming up in just a few minutes. I'll be sharing the great value on this and how the Vitatree magnesium is so different. All right. And maybe I can open it up into some water, the magnesium, when we get there. And so I can show you how well it really does dissolve so easily in just a glass of water. All right. So let's move on. We're moving on to turmeric. So this is a powerful anti-inflammatory. It's a powerful painkiller. It has analgesic effects. It's also fantastic because it's very anti-aging. So a very potent antioxidant. If you've heard about turmeric and all the benefits of turmeric, especially with curcumin as well. So not only are you getting the actual turmeric, you're getting the curcumin, and the curcumin is standardized at a 95 percentile of those curcuminoids. All right. So when we look at the ingredients, you'll see the quercetin in here as well, and that helps with bioavailability. All right. So we have the turmeric, the actual root powder, the curcumin, which is standardized, remember, to 95 percentile of those curcuminoids. And that's when you actually look at the capsules, you can see that bright yellow color, and that is because of pure ingredients of your turmeric and your curcumin, plus the quercetin. Now, and you'll notice on here, you don't see black pepper. Okay, so I was recently at a trade show overseas, and it was so funny because one lady expert, in turmeric, she knew a lot about supplements, and she's like, well, how come the formula doesn't, like, she was questioning me, well, how come the formula doesn't have black pepper? It needs to have black pepper. I said, no, it does not need to have black pepper. I didn't want to put black pepper into my formulation because, yes, I know that there's research that shows that black pepper helps with the bioavailability, the proper absorption of those curcuminoids. However, pepper is in the nightshade family. So if anybody knows about the nightshade family, which is eggplant, tomatoes, potatoes, that for some people who have a sensitivity to the nightshade family of vegetables can cause joint pain and inflammation. And so it's not something that I wanted to do. And so I had to research and I had to find something that had the same mechanism as the black pepper to help with the proper absorption of the turmeric and the curcumin. And that's where I found in the research that the quercetin does maybe even a better job than the black pepper for that proper absorption. And that's why you won't find the black pepper in my formula, but you do find the quercetin, and it does help with that proper absorption of those curcuminoids, which is amazing. Okay, without the magnesium stearate, true to all of my formulas, all the Vitatree formulas, no synthetic ingredients, no fillers or flow agents. And that's why it works so well, and it works so quickly in terms of pain, inflammation, joint pain. We're going to hear some testimonials in a few moments, but I really want you to know that with the turmeric from Vitatree, this is really important. Let's go over here really quickly. We know that there are studies now that have shown that it has a great analgesic effect and is great for post-operative pain, arthritic pain. So they've done studies in terms of rheumatoid arthritis, help to decrease the highly sensitive CRP, so C-reactive protein, which is a marker in your blood that shows inflammation, and turmeric and curcumin help to decrease that in the research. We also know that it helps to decrease leptin, if you've heard about leptin resistance, something that I talk about in my latest book, as well as the beauty benefits. We know that it's a powerful antioxidant, so helps to fight against free radical damage, so has a very youthful effect for your skin as you're aging. Also helps with your liver gallbladder health, helps with your maintaining your DHA levels in your brain. Turmeric even does that. So DHA, as you know, important from, things like fish oil supplements, fish and eating seafood as well. But turmeric has helped to maintain that status of your DHA in your brain, which is amazing. We also know that for osteoarthritis of the knee, which is a wear and tear on the cartilage, and this can happen over time. So we know that our healthy cartilage looks like this, nice and smooth surfaces, great, range of motion and flexion and extension. But what happens over time is that this can start to wear down, and you can see that cartilage is wearing down. Now, in end-stage osteoarthritis of the knee, you can see how destroyed that cartilage has become, and it goes right through to the other side. So this is a big problem. So is this preventative? Absolutely. Can we have a positive effect and an anti-pain effect with taking the turmeric and the curcumin? Absolutely. So it's never too late to start to get some natural relief. And that's what I love about natural formulations, is that we can get the natural relief without some of the side effects that go, commonly hand in hand with taking, some conventional things, especially for pain, because that can be compromising to your stomach. It can cause micro tears in your stomach when you take other types of analgesics, painkillers, and we don't want that. The great thing about turmeric is that it actually helps with digestion. It helps with your liver gallbladder function. It helps to, ensure that you've got a healthy liver. So fatty liver is another thing that's definitely something that is on the rise. There, we got our liver out. There we go. So keeping your liver and gallbladder very healthy is very important as well. So for people if maybe you've had your gallbladder removed because you had gallstones, a chronic issue, well, we still can have sludge that builds up in the ducts higher up, even though the gallbladder has been removed. And that's something that becomes important, that the turmeric and the curcumin can really help with that as well, especially if your poops are not optimized. So yeah, if you've seen me on social media, you've seen the poop tray, what made me famous on TikTok. It's right here. And if your poops are lighter in color, they're floating, they're not optimally, a darker color and sinking, then we know that your fats aren't properly emulsified. That could be a liver gallbladder issue. This is where the turmeric plus the curcumin is something that can really help you. All right, the standard dosage on this one is 2 capsules a day. You can make the golden milk with it, which is amazing if you've ever tried that. So opening up your 2 capsules into some warm milk, drinking that close to bedtime, amazing for a good night's sleep as well. So please try the turmeric and check it out on Vitatree.com. That's where you're going to find all of the products, and of course, our special pricing for Deal Day items today. Go to Vitatree.com. All right, so it is standardized curcumin with 95% of those curcuminoids. It has the quercetin for the bioavailability, of course, no fillers or flow agents. And these are vegetarian capsules as well. If we take a look, I think we have some testimonials on the turmeric as well. Yes, we do. Okay, amazing. So Kelly said, pain reliever. I love the supplement and use it to take anytime I have pains, such as a headache. So great for headaches. I should have mentioned that. Sore joints and or stomach discomfort. I find it gives me quick relief. Yeah, it works very well, very quickly. All right. And this is also another 5-star review from Leanne, who said, this product has helped my joint pain so much. I've lived with the pain in my hands and toes so long that when the pain disappeared, it took my sister asking me how the pain was and myself only then realizing that it was gone. Okay, I love that. That was during my first bottle. So as soon as the first bottle of the turmeric, which is amazing, needless to say, I'm pain-free, and so very happy I opted to try it. Well, thank you, Leanne. I'm so glad that you're out of pain, your headaches are gone, and it's something as simple as just taking your 2 capsules of your turmeric every day, which is amazing. All right, we're going to take a look at this really quickly, and I will be coming right back. Take a look.
We're so glad you joined us for Vitatree Live Shopping with Dr. Janine Bowring. Stock up and save up to 35% on your favorite Vitatree products at Vitatree.com. Need help or have a question? Call 1-844-GET-WELL or email our team at hello@Vitatree.com or chat with us in the comments for live answers from Dr. Janine.
Okay, so yes, please call the toll-free number. If you do have any questions, you can definitely ask the team. They will help you out. You can send an email to hello@Vitatree.com, which is amazing as well. We have a great team behind the scenes. And when you get your bottles home, there is that toll-free number on the bottles. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that because our Vitatree experts are always ready and willing to answer your questions. And hey, if they don't know the answer to your question, guess who they come and ask? Yes, me, the formulator. And if I don't know the answer, then I'll do my best to research and, help you out. All right. That's why we're here. That's why I love to educate you. And that's why I know a lot of people struggle with their health. There's so much information and there's so much misinformation out there that, entrusting in the company from which you're purchasing supplements becomes very important. And I honestly mean it. When you are part of the Vitatree family, you are part of the family and we do our best to help you out. All right. So let's move on now to a very important supplement. And this is all about cholesterol and balancing cholesterol levels. And that's why I formulated the cholesterol formula to help with cholesterol levels that are out of balance. Now, cholesterol is not the bad guy, okay? We need cholesterol. Cholesterol is a good thing. We need it. It's made by our liver. And this becomes really important in terms of, making our hormones, even making our vitamin D3. We need to have enough cholesterol. However, often there are some, not so balanced levels. And that's often why the doctor has had conversations maybe with you because things are looking out of balance in terms of HDL, LDL, triglycerides. So getting those right ratios becomes important, and you can do that naturally with the ingredients in the cholesterol formula. So if we look at these ingredients really quickly, they are known to help to balance cholesterol and helping with those blood lipid profiles. Glucosterone, garlic, which naturally helps to thin the blood a little bit as well, which is amazing in this concentrated form within the capsules, FOT and beta-sitosterol. Now I'm going to explain how this works. And in combination, these are known as plant sterols. Okay, so plant sterols and cholesterol have a very similar chemical structure. So I'm going to show you with my demonstration here. And there's an absorption site in the small intestine. So this is where, our cholesterol is absorbed. And let's say it's the not so favorable cholesterol. That's going to go into, in those bad fats, that's going to be, and no fat is really bad. Let me qualify that for a second. But at the same time, the wrong ratio and the wrong balance of our cholesterol levels is sometimes concerning, right? For plaque formation in the arteries. So we want to prevent that. So when that bad cholesterol is absorbed and can have those negative effects on our cardiovascular health, not the best thing. Now, in the cholesterol formula and those ingredients, you saw that we have plant sterols. Okay, so plant sterols have a very similar structure chemically to that cholesterol. It also fits into that absorption site in the small intestine. And now when those bad ones want to get in, they can't. They're blocked by the good plant sterols. And that's just one mechanism how the cholesterol formula is working for you naturally to help to balance your cholesterol levels. And that's what's so remarkable about it. Without the side effects, because a lot of people, simply can't take conventional methods of, treating their cholesterol levels. Some people now with the education and you do your research, you don't want to take some of the conventional ways of addressing cholesterol. Now we have a natural way and natural ingredients that have been proven to actually help to balance out cholesterol levels. And that's the great thing. And that's why we have so many great testimonials on this product for people who have tried it, who were frustrated with their, high cholesterol levels, and to have the clinical results with this formulation. I'm super, super excited about that and have heard so many great stories and testimonials and reviews on this product over the years. And, absolutely love it. So let's take a look. Okay, 5-star review. This is from Vitatree for Life. Okay, I love your handle name. That's amazing. I hope you're watching. My cholesterol level in October went up, and I started using this formula with taking 2 capsules once a day, and the cholesterol levels regulated out, and we're now in the normal range. And my doctor was shocked at the drastic change. Okay, I love that. This was after 4 months of regularly taking the capsules, would strongly recommend. Okay, so the standard dosage on this one is actually 1 capsule with each meal, 1 capsule 3 times a day. If you don't remember dosing, it's okay. Once you get your bottles home, it's on the bottle, so that will lay it out for you. All right, Yvonne said, great product, another 5 stars. Very positive experience with this company, and I appreciate a product being available that does not contain a bunch of unnecessary filler garbage in it. Oh, thank you for appreciating that, Yvonne. Yeah, when you know the difference and you start to experience the difference of the Vitatree supplements, very, very different from what you may have taken in other supplements before. And that's why, I want you to try them and really experience them. And when we have a deal day offer like today, for instance, on our D3 or magnesium is coming up, fantastic offers that you can really, lock in those savings, which is amazing. So it is our deal day if you're just tuning in right now. Special item, of course, is our vitamin D3. We have our magnesium, probably one of our most all-time favorite supplements, most popular. That's coming up in a few moments, so stay tuned for that. We have a great offer on that as well. But on subscription, this is the lowest price I've ever seen vitamin D3 in the US, $37.78 on subscription, free shipping on that. If you want to just do the one-time purchase, hey, and if you want to split up your payments, you could do that on the D3 as well at $41.98, and you can split up and have interest-free payments. So that's a great, opportunity to shop this time of year. Give the gift of health. Think of your friends, your family, your neighbors, anybody, you're thinking, I don't know what to get that person. Give the gift of health. Circling back to my book as well. This is a great gift item that we still have some copies available, so check that out as well. All right, so we are moving on to our detox, which is our full body detox. And there's so many different ways that we can actually utilize this product. Before I forget, I just want to mention off the top that you can actually make a foot detox with this by opening up the capsules, and we do have a recipe for that on social media, so please check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. It's also on my Instagram tabs on recipes. I believe the foot detox is there, so you can just check it out. And even call our experts if you want that recipe. But you're going to open up an entire bottle of our Vita Detox into, and this is great, this is what I've done for my children as well when they were younger, not necessarily swallowing the capsules, but doing the foot detox is a great way to draw those toxins out of the bottom of your feet in a foot bath. All right, so check out that recipe, but you do need at least 1 full bottle of your Vita Detox to do the foot bath. All right, so this is a full body detox. We're talking about detoxing all of the major emunctories, the major detox organs, and there are specific herbal medicines in the formula that are going to do that. We're going to look at those in just a second, but it is a lung detox. It's a digestive detox. It's a blood detox. If you look at all these detoxes and cleanses down here, it's a colon detox. It is a liver cleanse as well. And just the value of doing all of these other detoxes individually, you get the value of working on all of these internal organs at once with the Vita Detox. And it's super, super gentle. So yes, it's going to get those toxins moving and out of those internal organs, but super gentle on you. So you don't have to worry. And that's why we have so many great testimonials on this. It's not going to make you run to the washroom and like get headaches and all these things. It's super gentle on you, but so necessary that you do that full body detox. I like to recommend it at least 4 times a year. So once per quarter, once per season, that you're doing the full body detox. How do you know that you need a detox? All right. What are the symptoms of that toxicity? Chronic headaches. So common and related to that internal toxicity that has built up. That could even be migraine headaches, tension headaches, low energy, fatigue, irritability, memory loss, because of, again, that toxicity that's built up. All right, the GI disorders, okay? So your gut, you've got the gas, you've got the bloating, you've got maybe diarrhea, maybe you're not going properly, you've got constipation, flatulence, fatty stools, stools that are lighter in color, which we talked about earlier with the turmeric, that they're floating, they're not sinking. Weight gain is a big one. So your body, did you know this, holds on to excess water and fat to help to protect you from toxins. All right. So those toxins get deposited into your fat and it's protecting your internal organs from that toxic load. So did you know that when you start to detoxify and get your internal organs going and get things moving a little bit better with the Vita Detox, magically this fat just goes away as a great kind of side effect. If you need to lose weight, of doing the Vita Detox, which people absolutely love the Vita Detox for that factor alone. All right. We also have blocked arteries related to toxicity. Fatty liver is a big thing. So teaming up actually our Vita Detox plus the turmeric, which we saw earlier. So just go to Vitatree.com. You're going to see all the products there. That's really important. Skin changes. So it could be the acne, the eczema, psoriasis, rashes, dry skin patches related to that toxicity. This will start to clear up your skin from the inside out. Okay. Now I want to show you really quickly what makes the Vita Detox so different is that it's not just pushing toxins from one toxic area to another. So when we look at toxins and, you know, what other detoxes do, especially if they're just focusing, let's say, on the liver, on the colon, it's a colon cleanse, it's some kind of gut cleanse. So usually 1 or 2 organ specific. Well, it's stirring up those toxins and essentially just shifting those toxins from one toxic organ to another. And that's why people get diarrhea, they get the headaches. You don't feel great when you do other detoxes and cleanses. And you have to plan your day close to the bathroom because you're not sure, okay, how much is this going to flush me out? Well, the Vita Detox is very different. So yes, we're asking those internal organs to get more efficient at filtering out those toxins, but because it's working on all of the organs, so your liver, your lungs, your digestive tract, your skin, lymphatic system, blood as well. So the herbal medicines, which I'll show you in just a second, is working as that full body detox. This is why you don't have those negative side effects. And this is also why it is helping with the weight loss. You're flushing out that extra water weight that you've been holding on to. You feel better. The headaches start to disappear. Like, it's incredible how well this works and how quickly it works. We'll look at testimonials in a second as well. But really quickly, when we look at the herbal medicines within the Vita Detox, I chose these very specifically because they're known to work on specific organs plus the blood and lymphatics. So dandelion for your liver function, burdock for the blood, for the lungs as well. So this works as a lung detox. So if you have that chronic cough, this can be really helpful. And the dosage on this one, 2 capsules twice a day. Most times I suggest you actually get 4 bottles. Okay, so you're going to do this for a good 2 months, and that's your 4 bottles of the Vita Detox. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so the burdock, chlorella helps to trap heavy metal toxins, so that's important as well. Milk thistle for your kidneys, but for your liver as well, and it's regenerative for growing healthy new liver cells. Horsetail, great for your kidneys and for the blood. Parsley for the kidneys as well. Cascara gently gets things moving for the digestive tract, so great detox there. Bearberry for the kidneys and for the blood as well. So it is your full body detox. Like I said, 2 capsules twice a day. We have some great testimonials on this product as well. So detox is amazing. This is from Rebecca. This has helped me feel better in that I have more energy, feel cleared out, and my poo sinks afterwards. Yes, sinking poos. That's what is the gold standard for healthy poop. It does not have bad side effects as it naturally makes you feel better. There is no running to the bathroom. Okay, Rebecca, thank you for sharing that. It's very, very gentle, but gets things moving. So if you are constipated, it will gently get your poops moving. Okay, gentle detox. I love that, Carol. So that is not one of those that has you running to the bathroom. It's gentle, no cramps. I did a whole bottle and I feel so much better. Bought it for my husband. He likes it too. Okay, I'm so glad that you've got your husband in on the detox. Love that. Another 5-star review from Beth. My stomach issues are gone. Great product. And she said, better than expected. Well, I'm so glad that you gave it a try. Sometimes, yeah, you just got to take that leap of faith. If you're not feeling good, I'm saying, start with the detox. It is so, so important to be able to start with that detox and just flush things out and feel so much better. Okay, I want you to take a look at this and I'll be coming right back. What if the real path to healing was buried on purpose? Before we had prescriptions and quick fixes, we healed with the sun, with the earth, with grounding, with natural detox, and really watching what we put into our bodies. Well, these are some of the reasons why I wrote my latest book, The Lost Medicine. It's all about rediscovering Mother Nature's prescription for us. She is our best doctor. You can learn more in my latest book. Please check it out. And there you have it, The Lost Medicine. So if you've not yet picked up your copy or copies, please make sure you check it out. The Lost Medicine, Rediscovering Mother Nature's Prescription. It's all about reconnecting with our natural environment. So sunlight exposure. I talk about how the light in your home could be messing up your hormones and other things. I also talk about circadian biology or circadian rhythms, how you've got to get those back in sync. Water, what you can do to your water to make it more healthy. EMF exposure, how to protect yourself. There's so many actionable tips in the book as well, which you're going to love. So you can really give this as the gift of health to somebody who really needs to learn how, and even for yourself, how to get healthier again. So check it out on Vitatree.com. All right, now, and the audiobook is now available as well. So that's brand new. It just launched a couple days ago. So check out the audiobook that you can download that as well on Amazon. All right. So thank you for tuning in today. We are continuing on now, and we're talking about calcium and why this is so important for, yes, our bone density, but for over 400 different chemical reactions in our body. We have to optimize our calcium, but taking the right type of calcium makes all the difference. And that's why I formulated the coral calcium. So this is an above sea level fossilized coral calcium that has high absorption. And this becomes really important when you're taking calcium, that you're properly absorbing it into the bones, into the teeth. So for strong dental health, this is important as well. Even for the children, which I have found tend to be sometimes calcium deficient, despite the fact, maybe that you're trying to eat calcium-rich foods and dairy and things, you're not necessarily always properly absorbing that calcium. Now, in the capsules, what is the main ingredient? Coral calcium. Like I said, it's above sea level fossilized, meaning that we're not robbing the oceans of live coral. I don't want you to think that. And this becomes important. It has a little bit of kale as well, which is a superfood, which naturally contains, of course, that calcium as well. But that coral calcium has trace minerals. So over 60 trace minerals, things like boron, rubidium, which are naturally in small amounts in that coral that help with the absorption of the actual calcium, which is so important. So it can help with your bones, with your teeth. It helps with even weight loss. So they've studied now in women that were calcium deficient, they tended to have more fat, especially around the midsection. So I know for women, especially around perimenopause and menopause, ladies, what happens is that belly fat packs on. Yes, the hormones have changed, but we know with declining estrogen or progesterone, what happens with our calcium follows suit, right? And we're actually excreting more of that calcium. So we have to maintain that calcium status. And this can be really important for your metabolism and keeping that weight off, especially as the hormones are changing through perimenopause and menopause. We also know that when we don't have enough of that calcium, they found that it turns on something called lipogenesis. So coming back to the fat, lipo, fat, genesis, making more fat. So your body actually produces more body fat when you're calcium deficient. Yeah, it's scary, right? And not something that we would necessarily relate to, a calcium deficiency, which seems to be so common. So with the symptoms of calcium deficiency, how do we know if we're low? Okay, yeah, maybe you've had a bone density, maybe not. Maybe, you have, and your body's giving you these signs and symptoms of being low. So maybe it's the confusion, memory loss, depression, even hallucinations when calcium is really, out of whack. Brittle nails, eczema, and chronic dry spots on the skin can be related to low calcium. Muscle aches, cramps, spasms, tingling sensations can be related to, and sort of like, how do I describe it? Like electric bolts types of feelings happening, especially as you rest. So as you first lay down in your bed at nighttime, and you just feel like there's like even a shaking kind of tremor sensation, that can be related to extremely low calcium as well. Hair loss, insomnia. So this really does help with sleep, and I'm going to explain that in just a second, because people often get this wrong with their magnesium and calcium and how to take them. Overweight, like we talked about, and weak bones, of course, so for osteoporosis prevention and keeping your bones strong, but for sore joints as well, yeah, keeping that calcium status optimized becomes really important. And it's really easy to do. It's just 2 capsules a day of the coral calcium from Vitatree. Remember, without the fillers and flow agents, there's no other ingredients in here, which is very different from other brands that they're using a lot of these fillers, like the cellulose, the magnesium stearate. Of course, we don't have any of those ingredients, and that's why you get the rapid absorption with the Vitatree calcium. But this is important to not take it with your magnesium. So this is where a lot of people get it wrong. Everybody says take magnesium at bedtime, it helps with sleep, and take your calcium, maybe even with your magnesium. No, at Vitatree we do it differently, and the magnesium's coming up, but that magnesium we want to separate from our actually compete for absorption. So we want to make sure that we're taking our magnesium in the morning, magnesium in the morning, and I'll explain why. And then calcium, which we're talking about now, we take it closer to bedtime. And it helps with sleep. I'm telling you, if you're not a good sleeper, you want to get that deep REM sleep, remembering your dreams in a good way, take your calcium closer to bedtime. All right, so Rebecca said on the calcium, since taking this product, I've had a bone density test done and it came out great. So glad I found this product. I'm so glad, Rebecca. Thank you for sharing your testimonial. Another 5-star review. Carrie said, purchased after surgery. I had surgery on my foot, and 6 weeks after, my bone was not healing. I purchased the calcium supplement to take along with the D3 to help my healing process. 4 weeks later, my doctor was satisfied with the healing of my foot. Okay, I'm so glad that it worked for you, Carrie, and that you were able to heal your foot after your surgery. Okay, that's amazing. Nina said, 5 stars, I have more energy and able to play games with my grandchildren. No more stiffness. Okay, I love that, Nina. Amazing, amazing. So yeah, 2 capsules a day is your standard dosage on the calcium. And that is the calcium capsules. All right, we're moving on to our other deal day item right now. Remember, today and today only, our vitamin D3 is at a super crazy deal day offer. But now we're going to move on to our super sale item. And super sale is a little bit different. It lasts up to a week, or as long as we have some quantity left on our Vitatree Magnesium. All right, so this is such a famous and beloved supplement in the Vitatree line. Our magnesium, so different from other magnesiums out there. It is a magnesium bisglycinate, so bound to that glycine, and on subscription today, $46.06, free shipping. You can cancel at any time. So a huge, huge offer. You're saving over $17. If you want to just do the one-time purchase, you can do that. You can actually spread out your payments as well with interest-free partial payments at $51.18. And this is for 2 bottles. Okay, so that's like kind of like a 1-bottle price, but you're getting 2 bottles. So this is a great opportunity today. And what makes a Vitatree Magnesium so different, again, there's no fillers, there's no flow agents, there's no chemicals, there's no magnesium stearate, no microcrystalline cellulose, no titanium dioxide, which has been banned now in Europe, none of these accessory ingredients, and rapid absorption. I want to show you how well the Vitatree Magnesium actually dissolves in the water. So it is tasteless. And I can open this up into some water and you're going to see how it disappears, which is amazing. There's no taste, and a lot of magnesiums, like magnesium citrates and things, they actually have sort of a very sour taste. This is not that. This is bound to glycine, and glycine helps with that proper absorption. But you can see I'm opening that up and it completely disappears. I don't even need to stir that. Completely disappears into the water. And I actually want you to do this. So if you do have acid reflux, if you want to make your own electrolyte drink, which is what I do, and I drink this every day, I open up my capsules with a little bit of salt, a little bit of cream of tartar, and just a bit of a flavor enhancer if I want, into the water. And this is fantastic because it completely dissolves. You don't even know that it's there, but then now you've got your electrolytes in there. And magnesium is so important. I'm going to show you some of the symptoms, the common symptoms of being low in that magnesium. But this is remarkable. If you do have acid reflux, please do this. It will soothe that acid reflux on contact. As soon as you do that, the first couple sips, you might burp a little bit because it's quelling that acid, but it's helping, more importantly, to keep that acid down in the stomach where it needs to go, so it's not coming up the esophagus. It relaxes those sphincters, because remember that magnesium is a natural muscle relaxant, so it helps to keep that acid down in the stomach, keeps the sphincters nice and closed, which is so important, and important for exercise performance as well. If you get a lot of weak and achy muscles, especially after exercise, you could be very magnesium deficient. If you get a lot of headaches, okay, let's look at all the symptoms of magnesium deficiency, and they're so common. So if you get those little eye twitches, magnesium deficiency, because you're lacking in magnesium. And this is something that happened to me. I'm going to go, because I take my magnesium every day now, but before, when I wasn't, as diligent with taking my magnesium a couple of years ago, it was in the summer, so I was perspiring more, which you tend to lose more of your magnesium, but I was also drinking a little bit more caffeine for a period of time, and I started to get this eye twitch. I'm like, oh my goodness, my magnesium must be low. And then it reminded me to start taking the magnesium, and then no more eye twitches. So that's very important. Your body could be telling you that you're low in magnesium. Irregular heartbeat, related to, the regular beating of your heart. Your heart absolutely needs that magnesium. Slow metabolism, so you're gaining the weight, you don't know why, can be related to that low magnesium. You're craving a lot of chocolate as well, could be related to this. Muscle aches and cramps and weakness could be related to that low magnesium. Chronic headaches, low moods, related to that magnesium deficiency as well. Asthma, remember, this is a natural muscle relaxant, so that spasm that's happening can be related to your magnesium status. Menstrual cramps, ladies, you don't need to suffer if you're getting cramps with your periods. Please just make sure you're taking your 2 capsules of magnesium every single day. You won't get the cramps. And low bone density. So we know that, yes, magnesium is important with our others. I call it the quad. So we have our magnesium, our D3, and these can be taken together in the morning. And remember, that is our deal day item is our D3. So make sure you're stocking up on your D3 today, the chewable gel caps. Well, maybe I'll show you those in just a second again. We'll recircle back to that. So our deal day item, magnesium, plus our deal day item, our D3, you take those in the morning. And then, of course, your calcium and your K2, these all work together for that proper bone density. Those are taken closer to bedtime. But this is remarkable when we talk about, muscle relaxation. We talk about muscle recovery. Our energy metabolism, these are all related. Maybe we'll come over here to some of the benefits of what magnesium itself as a mineral can do, helps with, is, helping to make sure that your muscles are recovering properly, as well as your metabolism, your nervous system is functioning optimally. It's very gentle on digestion, so it's non-laxative form. So my magnesium, the magnesium bisglycinate, is not going to make you run to the washroom. A lot of magnesiums, like magnesium citrate, they can, cause diarrhea. It is a laxative. You don't have to worry about that with the Vitatree magnesium. 2 capsules a day is the standard dosage. It's not going to make you nauseous. It's not going to give you stomach pain, and it's not going to make you, have diarrhea and loose stools and running to the washroom. So very, very different. Now, type 2 diabetics need more magnesium. So in one study, it was found that 48% of type 2 diabetics are actually magnesium deficient. So that becomes really important important. You need it for your serotonin, your melatonin production. We need to have enough magnesium. And can I have the D3 really quickly? I just want to show you that just before we go, but this is so important. Yeah, if you have a lot of electromagnetic exposure to devices and things, which we all do, I believe, this is something that is so important that we are optimizing our magnesium levels to protect us from those EMFs. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, welcome on in. This was our deal day, our first live shopping hour for today. Remember, our deal day item is our vitamin D3, so check it out. Soft chewable gel caps, which are delicious, lemonade flavored, so check those out. Amazing, amazing. And then our super sale item is, of course, our ever so popular magnesium. 2 capsules a day is your standard dosage of your magnesium. Open it up into water. It's great as your electrolyte drink, great for acid reflux as well. I want you to check that out. It is amazing. And check out everything on Vitatree.com. All the offers are there. And remember, the D3 is just for today, only for the next 24 hours for this fabulous pricing. It was so great to shop with you all. We're going to take a look at something else really quickly, or we're going to look at some testimonials, maybe. Okay. Do we have testimonials? Yeah, really quickly on our magnesium. So Erica said, sometimes you don't know what the body needs till it's got it. Okay, love these magnesium supplements. My hair has grown. My mood has improved, as well as my sleep. Cannot say enough about this clean, filler-free magnesium. Don't want to be without it. Thank you. Thank you, Erica. Another 5-star review. This is from Purple Yam. Thank you, Dr. Bowring, for educating us about this magnesium. It's a clean ingredient without any other agents, and that makes us feel safe. Love this magnesium. I feel great and helps my daily life full of energy. Well, thank you, Purple Yam. So amazing to hear such positive results from all of our great testimonials that we have on the Vitatree products. Oh, that we have more. Rachel said, my go-to magnesium, this is my favorite magnesium. I cannot do without it. Helps with sleep and an overall feeling of calmness. Yeah, so for anybody who has the panic attacks, anxiety, nervousness types of feelings, this type of magnesium, specifically the Vitatree magnesium, really helps to calm the nervous system, and that's one of the reasons why I like it in the morning. So you don't take it closer to bedtime, okay? I want you to maximize the results of this. Take your 2 capsules in the morning. Take your calcium, the coral calcium that we have closer to bedtime to help with sleep. I'm telling you, it's such a game changer. Okay, this is from Kelsey. 5-star. I love this brand. I suffer from PMDD, and it helps regulate and takes the edge off during my girl time. I feel less anxious overall. It works wonders. I take it every day now just to help manage stress, improve sleep. I take 1 capsule a few hours before bed. I recommend this product because there are no fillers and it's difficult to find. Thanks again, Vitatree, for caring about our health and making it affordable. Well, Kelsey, yeah, today it's super affordable because it is our super sale item. So coming back to our values really quickly, amazing opportunity for shopping today with live shopping with myself. I'm Dr. Janine. If you're just tuning in, I am the formulator of all the Vitatree products, and it is our deal day, so you happen to tune in at just the right time. Today, you're saving up to 35%. With our magnesium, this is our super sale item, so it's only available as long as we have some quantity left, and this is available for the next 5 days or so on subscription as low as $46.06 if you want to get the one time for the 2-bottle offer, all right, and $51.18 in the U.S., and of course, you can split it up into interest-free payments. This is available worldwide, so just because we show U.S. pricing, I don't want you to think that, you can't get this, so yeah, we ship all over, and of course, we have our Canadian pricing as well if you're watching from Canada, so you can check that out. But there you go. And also our vitamin D3 was our deal day item of the day. Great value on that. So make sure you check everything out on Vitatree.com. I had such fun shopping with you today. As you can see, I love to do this. I love to educate you. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you at the next show, I believe at 3 p.m. We'll see you then. Bye. Okay.